Hi, hello, happy Pride Month. Did you know it has come to my attention, it has come to my gay attention that this man, Baron Nopcha, made some really important paleontological discoveries. He discovered Magyarosaurus, which is this cute, adorable little sauropod. Like a human, like about 6 feet high, would come up to the shoulders of this adorable little sauropod. Okay, so in the early 1900s, we already knew sauropods were a thing, and so Nopcha was like, oh, I guess it's a juvenile because it's so small, but on closer inspection, he was like, oh, this is a full-grown animal. Why is the sauropod so small when all the sauropod species we know of are so huge? In the area in Transylvania where he discovered Magyarosaurus, he also found fossilized sea critters as well, and so there was this understanding that Europe was just a whole bunch of islands. It's basically like Greece, like super Greece. This is all these tiny little islands because the sea levels were high. What he theorized was a lot of these dinosaurs in Europe were of smaller stature because of insular dwarfism. And that held true for later discoveries too. Another example of some of these animals that were discovered, Struthiosaurus, which would have lived alongside Magyarosaurus, or one of Magyarosaurus's ancestors. This is all late Cretaceous. Baron Nopcha also only found veggie dinosaurs like Hadrosaurus, the sauropod Magyarosaurus, and then an ankylosaur. And we actually didn't know there were any theropods in this region of Europe until a later discovery. This velociraptor-like creature, Balaur, which not only had like one claw, one sickle claw like a velociraptor, but two. This thing had two. So not only were there these cute, adorable little sauropods walking around ancient Transylvania, there were these murder birds with pairs of sickle claws just running around. Back to this guy, Baron Nopcha. He was born into this rich Hungarian family in Transylvania. He also grew up during this time when the Austro-Hungarian Empire was just crumbling. But here he is in traditional Albanian attire, like he is ready to go on stage to perform at the Greek festival. Like, look at this. Like, this Albanian realness. Anyway, he goes to Albania. He spies for his government because his government is very invested in the fall of the Ottoman Empire. He goes native in Albania. He learns some specific dialect in northern Albania, falls in love with a boy. Here they are together. They were like partners for 30 some odd years until both of them died very tragically. There's Nopcha and Bayazid Doda, and they were just living in Albania and also fighting the Ottoman Turks. The Ottoman Empire was still a thing just last century, like 100 years ago, which is really weird for me to think about. But he helps the Albanians in the region fight against the Ottoman Turks. And yeah, and he made some really cool dinosaur discoveries. Nopcha wasn't just famous for his paleontology, he was also famous for his writings on the Albanian language. Also, his husband, Bayazid, was well known as an ethnographer of his own people, the Albanians, specifically in northern Albania, in his native region, which is currently in Macedonia, as borders are going to do border things. But anyway, really interesting history. I need a movie about these two men, like immediately, or a Netflix series. I don't know. Netflix, like pick up this story. Like I would watch this and rewatch it probably. Happy Pride Month.